Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. With me today is Forrest Schultz, Randy Keck, men and women's golf coaches here at Troy University. Thank you both for joining me here today.
Glad to be here.
And we're here to talk a little bit about your teams, but before we get into the teams and the schedule, we've got a special event coming up to help benefit both of these teams, the Trojan Cup. Tell us a little about the Trojan Cup and how folks can get involved.
Let you take it.
Okay.
Familiar, I'm new.
Yeah, so on September the 10th, we're going to have a fundraiser. It's out at Troy Country Club, 4-person scramble. You can go to TroyTrojans.com to sign up, click the link, get your information to us. Basically, it's just come out and support both programs. The men's and women's teams will be around that day and spending some time with the players and just out in the local community, trying to raise some dollars for our programs, and just hope to have a good day.
Well, of course, and obviously a good way for you to raise money for your program is through golf, and that opportunity to be able to get involved with the community, and of course, community interaction. Forrest, this will be a good opportunity maybe to meet some of the folks in the community since you're such new campus. So how does it make you feel to see this and be able to see this community support coming in?
I'm excited to do it. I know they've done it in the past, and last year with the pandemic, they weren't able to do it, and Coach Keck's done a lot of the work this year on behalf of myself, so I appreciate that. But to have our players, I think, and myself, but to be out there with former alumni, supporters, community members, just to get to know our players a little bit, even if it's just for 4 hours, it's going to go a long way. And so I'm looking forward to getting out there as well.
And of course, there could be some additional benefits to having the players out there, even though they're not officially playing. In the past, there's been a little bit of benefit from a player, right, Randy? There, a team got a little something extra from one of the players.
Yeah, last year or 2 years ago when we had it, Anna Claire made a hole-in-one on number 8, and so one of the scramble teams got to write a 1 down on their scorecard. I think they had a little advantage that day, but it was good.
It was fun. Nothing wrong with
fun.
A little wrong with a little competitive edge from the players there. So, well, and let's talk about competing, because obviously it's right here around the corner. And Randy, your team starts the season off first. How are things looking, especially after the year that we've had in the past year? So,
we're doing well. It has been quite the adjustment with the pandemic. How do practices look? How does travel look? Everything's different. I mean, it has been a big adjustment. Thankfully, we're a little bit back to whatever normal looks like, but we're in practice daily. We're getting to work out. We're getting to do everything we have to do to get prepared to go. Have a couple of new additions to our team that have added a lot, and I think we're going to get off to a good start. The attitude's good and the chemistry's good, so I'm excited about the season kicking off.
It's still a fairly young team for you, but you've got with those new additions as well, right?
Yeah, it is. It's we're kind of stuck right in the middle. We had a really, really young team a year or two ago, and now we're kind of in that middle part of that group where there's sophomores and juniors, and getting a little more experience, getting a little more under the gun. Things have gone well, and they're starting to play well, and they're starting to rise to the occasion a little bit. I'm getting excited about this group, and I think before they're completely finished, this is going to be a really, really good team. So
well, it's good, and especially talking about the newest person here in the room is Forrest. How are you making your adjustments, especially with your season getting here started? You're starting the weekend after the women's team does. So how are things getting situated there?
Yeah, we're going to leave actually right after the Trojan Cup and start heading towards Louisiana to play in La Tex tournament at Squire Creek. The biggest adjustment, I think, has just been the guys getting to know me and how I coach and how I practice and the expectations that I have. But it's gone really well. We got to spend last weekend qualifying together, and that was a good bonding time for all of the men and myself to get to know each other better. But they've responded well. Energy is way up in the weight room at practice. They're fired up, so we are very encouraged and optimistic about what's coming this season. We got some hard workers. We've got them from freshmen all the way up to 6th and 5th year seniors with the pandemic giving them an extra year, but the attitude's there, and that's most important. So it's going to be an exciting season. Well,
obviously, and then just getting to be the coach this season. Yeah. How are you feeling about your first season here once things get officially started? So,
well, any season I'm ready to go. There's not going to be a tournament that we don't enter that I don't feel like we're going to have a chance to win, hopefully, and that's just going to be preparation and the work that we do out there at the facility and all the courses around here. So we will be prepared, and we're going to do our best every week, but I am excited. There's nothing like tournament golf for us coaches. So to go out there and compete and get back at it, especially with a new team. I couldn't be more excited.
All right. Well, once again, we've got the Trojan Cup. Let's circle back to that. If anybody wants to get involved with the Trojan Cup, what do they need to do? What's the easiest way to get signed up and registered for this?
A couple of different ways. They can either email myself or Forrest, or they can go to TroyTrojans.com, click on the link. It'll send you to the connection to us and get signed up. Give us a phone call. We're happy to get you signed up. And yeah, we hope to have a big crowd out there that day. It's going to be a good time.
All right, and give us the schedule, the date, times, all that kind of stuff. So
September 10th. We're going to have lunch before the round. I believe the golf starts at 1:30.
Okay.
Yeah, lunch should start around 12:15, and we'll tee it up at 1:30.
Have an opportunity to benefit the golf programs here at Troy, and maybe you'll get an extra hole-in-one thrown for your
Never
team.
know.
Get that chance.
Never know.
Although the men's team they need to wait a little bit, so they'll be playing the next day.
Yeah, save the good one for the tournament.
Yeah,
There
save
you
the good one
go.
for the tournament. You don't want to waste that hole-in-one.
That's right.
But I want to thank both of you for joining us today, and good luck on your season.
You bet.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Aaron.
Thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.